Every real estate agent asks the same question. How do I get more leads without destroying my budget? What if one strategy generated 3 times more leads than traditional advertising for 62% less money? That's the difference between paying $400 for a billboard lead versus potentially under $30 for an online one. The answer isn't just digital ads. It's a long-term strategy called content marketing. In the next few minutes, we'll show you the real numbers and prove how content delivers the lowest cost per lead. First, what does a typical lead cost? The industry average might surprise you, often hitting between $416 and $480. Location is everything. A lead in San Francisco can cost over $300, while in a smaller market it might be just $20. Online, costs vary wildly. Facebook leads can be as cheap as $5. Google ads average around $66. This highlights the power of targeting. And it's not just where you advertise, but who you're after. Buyer leads are cheaper, from $9 to $20. So we see this huge gap between a $400 billboard lead and a $20 digital one. What's the fundamental difference? Traditional advertising is like fishing with a giant, expensive net. You hope to catch the right person, but why is it so inefficient? The biggest issue is trackability. You can spend thousands on a magazine ad, but can't be certain how many leads it directly generated. Once a billboard is up or a mailer is sent, it's final. There's no tweaking the message or optimizing the spend. You're locked in. Digital strategies are the opposite. They use data for surgical precision, targeting people based on their actual online behavior. But precision is just one piece of the puzzle. The real power of content marketing is something ads can never replicate: compounding returns. Think about it. A paid ad stops working the second you stop paying. A blog post can rank on Google and generate leads for years at no added cost. So, why is traditional advertising inefficient? Because you're renting attention. With content, you are building an asset that you own forever. This is why the cost per lead for content changes. It might start higher, around $80, but can plummet to as low as $7 once established. This isn't theoretical. Established agents with a mature content strategy see lead costs 70 to 90% lower than agents relying on paid ads. A 90% cost reduction sounds incredible. But does this mean you should abandon traditional advertising completely? Not so fast. Traditional methods have a key advantage: trust. For many, a physical mailer feels more credible than a digital pop-up. Consider this: direct mail has a staggering 90% open rate. Compare that to marketing emails, which average only a 20–30% open rate. This is why the smartest agencies don't choose. They blend, allocating 20–40% of their budget to traditional methods to build local trust. So we have expensive but trusted traditional ads and cheaper compounding content. How do we resolve this for the best ROI? Remember how content is a long-term asset? It doesn't just generate leads. It builds authority and earns that same trust over time. Content marketing isn't just a cheaper alternative to a billboard. It's a system that earns the trust a billboard can only rent for a month. That initial stat, 3x more leads for 62% less cost, isn't a fluke. It's the mathematical result of building a trust-generating asset. The agents saving 90% on lead costs aren't just good at marketing. They've become the most trusted resource in their community through content. Here's the final verdict. Traditional advertising is like renting a house. The moment you stop paying, you have nothing. Content is like buying it. While it demands patience, content marketing undeniably offers the lowest, most sustainable cost per lead in real estate for the long run. The question for your business isn't, can I afford to create content? It's, can I afford to keep renting my leads forever? Stop paying for every single lead. Start building an asset that pays you back for years to come. Ready to start building your lead generation asset? Subscribe today for more content tips and tricks.